When I came university for the first time, I used to think I will work hard and study hard for my career success, but I spent whole semester by procrastinating to study and prepared for exams one day before, and thought, главное не получить fail. When lockdown happened, the procrastination level doubled, and I don't even study and had really low grades. This journey ended just before third year at university, because I discovered game changer, effective ways of learning, the way to study smart, not hard. There are a bunch of evidence-based techniques for effective learning, but the most effective ones are retrieval practice and spaced repetition that I apply to my studies. GPA, it's a grade point average. It is a calculation of your average grade on yearly basis or one academic semester. At a high university where I study, maximum GPA score is 4.5. For understanding, top universities of the world require at least 3.5 GPA score. Usually my GPA ranged in 2 point something, and I always got lower than 3, even lower than 2.5. But in this semester I doubled my worst score and I scored nearly 4. Yes, I got 3.9 something, 3.93, 3.96 out of 4.5 for last semester, fall 2021. And first semester, when you don't know anything about grading system, I got my worst one and it was 2.09. And actually, when before entering any exams, I didn't think about getting good results or good grades, but instead I focused on not failing the subject. And the same thing was with quizzes. And moreover, I remember that I didn't prepare for midterm exams in the first year, the first semester at all. I didn't prepare at all. We used to study intuitively. We make highlights, make notes, reread chapters, summarize what we learned. These are very popular but ineffective techniques, and for retrieving information, people use different ways, so most commonly it's flashcards. Before last semester began, I decided to experiment with this retrieval practice and see how it works. So, by the way, I have a video about active recall and how it works. Link will be somewhere here. And briefly how it works. So, after a class, or when you think that you have enough information to study for exams, and you have your notes, you have lecture presentation, and after this you create flashcards and also, by the way, learn them. And also, just after a while you start retrieving it from your mind and extend the range of repeating phase. Firstly, I used Anki flashcards for retrieving information. A bit later I started using Quizlet simultaneously, and when I realized that Quizlet is more suitable for me, I fully switched to Quizlet and deleted Anki. Because creating flashcards on Anki was a bit confusing and it has several extra functions that I couldn't handle, whereas in Quizlet it's really simple to create flashcards and there is no extra stuff. And actually I couldn't apply flashcards to all of my subjects, and so it also depends on what you learn. And for example, in the last semester I had 7 subjects and I could apply to only 5 of them. And 2 of them that I couldn't apply was the related to business English, reading, writing, and also financial subject. It was FIM, Financial Institutions Management. Actually, I could implement to financial management, but I didn't because we had a bit different system of studying, and actually, no, I couldn't even say that it's a different system. It's just nothing almost. And after midterms and the first half of the semester and trying to use active recall and spaced repetition, certainly I had the lessons, I learned lessons for myself. Firstly, I realized that I have to have well-prepared schedule or clear action plan, because it facilitates the process a lot. And because I knew the approximately how much I will spend for studying or learning something, one particular topic. And even though you have to spend several hours, 2 or 3 hours I spent for preparing schedule for near 8 weeks, but it had a positive ROE, return on investment, because it saved even more time that I expected to have, and it was and then I realized that it's really effective way of learning. After how midterm exams ended, in the weekend of that week, I scheduled whole system ahead till the end of the semester, what I will learn and when I will learn it. I drew up the schedule based on mostly syllabus and the history of previous year students. I also added birthdays and events I knew in advance, and the classes and the projects that I was working on. And generally, near 8 weeks were designed pretty strictly. Nevertheless, I had enough time to chill out, to hang out with friends and group mates from university. I mostly spent time for learning rail and air transportation, project management a bit, and philosophy and history. It's one subject. And great plus of it was not opening previous topics, and you don't have to spend time for previous topics. And because I knew the previous topics near the final exams in advance, so therefore I had no need to consume tons of information for whole semester in a few days. And the next great point is that on exams, if you will have a question regarding the thing or the some things that you not memorized or you may not learned, you will have so big picture of the whole subject, so that you will be able to generate at least good answer for this question. And afterwards, when semester ended, I started questioning myself, is it worth it or not, and this experiment worth its time or not. And I think it's worth it, because I realized how powerful retrieving is, and how this active recall thing can be implemented not only to my studies, but also other aspects of my life, like learning something, learning anything, or learning new skill, for example. But also in the second half of the semester, when I had a schedule till the end of the finals, I had some cases when I couldn't do anything or meet someone or meet with someone, because I must stick to my schedule and work on my discipline. But I realized how I made some stupid decisions, because there was moments where I believe I could spend my time more productively, even though not sticking to this schedule. It's all lessons, and in this channel we know that we will learn whole life. And yes, if you like this video, give me thumbs up. And also, if you are still watching, know that if you are a SOS 19 student, I will have some useful information, really useful link for SOL 19 students, my group mates. So give me thumbs up, comment below, and if you have any questions, DM me. Please DM me. I am fully free to answer any questions regarding studying TES, effective studying, and sharing your own experience. Yeah, and I will see you next time. Bye.